Many people believe forgiveness is the hardest part of healing. Uh, But in reality, forgiveness itself can be surprisingly simple. It is a decision to stop carrying the burden of resentment. Mhm. The greater challenge begins afterward. The memory remains, the event remains, the lesson remains. What becomes difficult is deciding what role that memory will play in your future. You know, whether it fuels revenge, becomes wisdom, or gradually fades into acceptance depends largely on the intention behind your forgiveness. Mm. Not all forgiveness is created from the same place. You know, some people forgive because they want peace. Others forgive because they want to appear mature. Uh, some forgive while secretly waiting for the perfect opportunity to settle the score. Now, in such cases, forgiveness becomes a mask worn by unresolved anger. You know, the memory of being hurt does not disappear simply because forgiveness has occurred. Mhm. The mind stores experiences, especially painful ones, because they contain valuable information. Mhm. So the question is not whether you will remember. The question is how you will interpret and use that memory moving forward. You know, a memory driven by revenge becomes a prison. Uh, It keeps the past alive and gives the offender continued influence over your emotional state. Uh, A memory transformed into a lesson becomes wisdom. It teaches boundaries, it teaches discernment and self respect. Mm. And a memory that is fully released becomes part of your history without continuing to shape your present. You know, the intention behind forgiveness determines which path the memory follows. Mm. Psychologically, forgiveness and memory are separate processes. Eh? Forgiveness can reduce emotional attachment to an event, but memory remains as part of our learning system. Eh? The brain stores painful experiences to help prevent similar harm in the future. You know, healthy healing does not require forgetting, it requires integrating the experience. Eh? The goal is to remember without reliving. When a memory becomes a lesson rather than a wound, emotional growth occurs. The experience no longer controls behavior. Instead, it informs wiser decisions. You know, spiritually, forgiveness is often less about the other person and more about freeing your own spirit. However, freedom does not mean abandoning discernment. A lesson learned through suffering is still a sacred lesson. You know, true forgiveness allows the heart to release bitterness while allowing wisdom to remain. It neither seeks revenge nor pretends that the event never happened. Uh, It honors the experience without becoming attached to it. You know, in short, forgiveness is often easier than people think. The real challenge lies in deciding what to do with the memory that remains. You know, memories can become prisons or lessons. It is forgiveness that frees the heart while preserving wisdom. The intention behind forgiveness determines whether the memory becomes a weapon for revenge, a guide for growth, or a chapter peacefully laid to rest. You know, my people, hail, mm, hail.